Good morning, everybody. Very good to see you, everybody, here and there. Shall we say for some opening prayer? Opening prayer. Here in this booklet is page 5. I think most people know this in your memory, or you memorize. So we'll say this prayer. In the Buddha, Dharma, and the Sangha most excellent, I take refuge until enlightenment is reached. By the merit of generosity and other good deeds, may I attain Buddhahood for the sake of all sentient beings. In the Buddha, Dharma, and the Sangha most excellent, I take refuge until enlightenment is reached. By the merit of generosity and other good deeds, may I attain Buddhahood for the sake of all sentient beings. In the Buddha, Dharma, and Sangha most excellent, I take refuge until enlightenment is reached. By the merit of generosity and other good deeds, may I attain Buddhahood for the sake of all sentient beings. And next, may all mother sentient beings boundless the sky have happiness and causes of happiness. May they be liberated from suffering and causes of suffering. May they never be separated from the happiness that's free from sorrow. May they rest in equanimity, free from attachment and aversion. May all mother sentient beings boundless the sky have happiness and causes of happiness. May they be liberated from suffering and causes of suffering. May they never be separated from the happiness that's free from sorrow. May they rest in equanimity, free from attachment and aversion. May all mother sentient beings boundless the sky have happiness and causes of happiness. May they be liberated from suffering and causes of suffering. May they never be separated from the happiness that's free from sorrow. May they rest in equanimity, free from attachment and aversion. Okay, very good. Whatever merit I have gathered through frustrations, offerings, confession, rejoicing, beseeching, and praying, for the sake of the enlightenment of all sentient beings, all this I dedicate. Please first take a deep breath. Inhale fully and expand your chest and stomach. And exhale. Just relax. Be fresh yourself. Once more, please inhale fully. And exhale. Once more, inhale fully. And exhale. Thank you. Uh, First, please cultivate your altruistic thought, the mind for enlightenment. As we said, the opening prayers. Hmm? Now you see, in the world, everybody desire for peace and happiness, whether it's temporary or ultimately. And nobody desire for suffering, but we're just chasing the suffering and destroying the cause for the peace and happiness. It's very clear, you know. And everything constitutes within the causality. It's very clear. Because of that, everyone is doing something, creating some different cause according to their ability in the mind, you know. And many times they are not successful. That means it's not right cause. They're not creating the right cause. And at the end of the day, then you see it's just disappointed everywhere. It's universal. So the causality is not just a Buddhist philosophy. It's the philosophy of the whole universe. How whole universe constituted within the framework of the causality. So it's very important. We just have to understand this and acknowledge. And then we investigate, investigate, be mindful, always be mindful. We just keep forgetting. And we are making the same mistake one after another. So you see, we are very important to that this understanding of the mindfulness and understanding of the causality. See, having said that, all this within in your mind, everyone has a mind. Because of that, we think. So I like this, I don't like this. Oh, you see, it's the mind. But mind is very ambiguous, unclear, hidden subject. Even your own mind, you think best for yourself, but then you make mistake for yourself. Because of that, we end up suffering within us. So look at this mind, such as called mind. The mind has two faces, you see. The face with the wisdom, compassion, loving kindness, bodhicitta, one face of mind. And the other face is our ignorance, attachment, aversion, arrogance. All this is another face. It's just within in your own mind. And we're so habituated at the cause of those, our ignorance, grasping ourself, me. um, So you see, I'm not saying we should not say I or no, but we have to have a wisdom how to handle that. Otherwise, that that no, that ignorance, no, then we create all sorts of things and we suffer. People suffer more from the mental, no, psychologically they suffer more. Dementia, forgetting, see, due to lack of mindfulness. And then through the attachment, aversion, you suffer so much from this. But it's there. continue. So we, for our own benefit, this is not a Buddhist belief. This is not some Buddhism. This is universal. So Buddha's wisdom is not a Buddhism. It's not something Buddha created, but Buddha's wisdom captured the meaning of the causality, how the whole universe is constituted. Now, for example, our body, there's no called Buddhist body or non-Buddhist body. We all have the body. And our body is constituted within the four elements. See, the heat, the fire, the air, the earth, the water, they come together. They are all contradictory, fire and water, the air and earth. But they have to harmonize. So this is not just the once, for everybody that's in the world, human beings and non-human beings, animals, even trees. So you see, this all is not a religion. It's how things functions. So there's outer phenomenon. The inner phenomenon is called the mind. So I just repeat this because it's so crucial, very important. We pay attention, So now we are studying the Samsara and two sides of the same hand. I want to finish this, So we have been doing this. So today we'll go through this. There are two issues. What causes samsara? We have went through that, you see. Please understand that what is samsara is made of. Samsara means the vicious cycle of the suffering, causes of suffering. So it's very important to section investigate. We all want to free from suffering, but you see, everybody end up at the end of the day only suffer. Very rich people, very famous people, very educated people also go through the same. So what are those? How they are created? So we have went through that. So now how to change that? Or how is this confusion purified? Now, cause of the suffering, how we have to purify, free from this. So the method with which to eliminate confusion. So we just went few kind of verses. Last time we went the impermanence of all phenomena. So briefly described because there's so much there. And there are two verses each. See? Second verse is this: appearances of the past are like a dream, not here now. So our all appearance, whatever manifested, the past is now past, is not here. It's like a dream. It's not saying there's no concept of the past. Of course, there's a concept of the past, but our experience, whatever done, good or bad, whatever our experience, all is like is now not with us here. No? So there's nothing to attach about it. It's gone. Those of the future next year, we plan so much. We work hard just to have a good life in the future. But working is in this. Future itself is not here now. It's like a horn of rabbit. Rabbit has no horn. You can say rabbit horn. So future is not here. No? See, all yet to come. But we are so attached to. I work so hard for my future. How I should live my life happily, peacefully for the future. But most time never come true. But all the reality nature now, right this moment, is not exist future here now. Because it's yet to come. Again, it is not saying there's no future. Of course there's a future. But all the experience, future is not yet here. So meditate that. So what important is we have to work hard now. No, it's not attached to the future. No, it will do nothing. No. Then he said, the momentary now is like a ripple on a lake, which can now say, now past is past, future is not come yet. Now, this moment is so transitory nature, doesn't stay in 1 second. No, it's just going, like ripple in the lake. Just look at it. So this is how everything constitutes. It's not a Buddhist belief, you see. But Buddha taught us how to see these things precisely. No matter I attach to it now, so I want to have a good life. It's just passing through. As you see nowadays, just through the machine, how the minute, seconds are just passing so fast. No, you just look at the fastest. Then in between, nothing exists. Past is past. Future is not yet here. Then now is not exist. No. Through the quantum physics theory. No. Look at this. But we are so caught up in this. And then sometimes we know intellectually, but practically we cannot live because our habit was so habituated in this. Hold in your hand, in your heart, the quintessence sublime Dharma. So it's always bring the Dharma in your heart. Dharma means the wisdom, the skillful method, the compassion of the Buddha into your heart. Meditate like this means the past is past. There's nothing to attach to. Future is not yet come. There's nothing to attach to. So this moment also there's nothing to attach. It's just every second is going through. So meditate on this, reflect on this, be mindful on this. In our mind, every mental state is keep changing instantly. If you have some sense of loving kindness, compassion now, that becomes a cause at that moment for peace and happiness. When you have some arrogance, anger, hatred, at that moment it becomes a cause for the suffering in the mind. You see, the causal condition is so instant. It doesn't. We don't have to look far. Something someday the way in the future. This moment, how it makes the mind how it becomes cause of suffering and how it becomes a cause of peace and happiness. Have a clear mind. It's called mindfulness. And within that mindfulness, how do you understand the role of the causality? Mm. Then next is the suffering. You know, in the three miserable migration of hell being, hungry ghosts, and animals, beings are powerless to prevent their enslavement and killing. No, it's like animal realm. Animal realm is such a large, you see, includes it's all sea mammals, insects, birds, and all those animals. How many there are? They have no power. It's, they are living under the mercy of the human being. You know? So look at this, like the cattle farm, fish farm, pork farm. Oh, there's just, we don't have a sense of compassion. So they are suffering. We're just raising them as something to eat. We torture them. No, how much people, when you see some videos, animals, how they are suffering, so much, forget that. They cannot express, they cannot talk their feeling, because they are so stupid, ignorant, and they're suffering so much, and they don't know how to get out of that. See, so this all in the suffering of samsara. See, then sin and killing. And the suffering is like the wave of fire, never ending. Oh, my wise one, and compassion for them. Develop compassion for them. Maybe we don't have ability to liberate them, but at least we should have a compassion, wishing them to free from suffering, wishing them to have some peace and happiness. Meditate, reflect this. See. So these are animal. In the animal realm, you can see there's like a hungry ghost. Some animals in the desert, they're just dying without food, without water. There's some animals in the hot, country or place, like in the hell realm, or tortured by human being, or eating themselves, each other. Animal realm has all this animal, Holocaust, and hell realm. There's some are like in the hellish realm, So meditate on this. It's so important to understand about this reality, with us, Then in the higher realm, in the human, in the God realm, tossed violently by the waves of birth, old age, sickness, and death. See, in the human realm, first look at it, When you're young, we feel, oh, I'm young, I'm, I can do anything, I can jump, physical, talented, But then slowly, when you get old, you see you can't walk well. Very clear. You can't see precisely, clearly. You can't eat enough well. Pain everywhere. It's called old age. It's reality, And that's why I said the retirement, nursing home was so important. how much they are talking about those things. There are so many companies talking about that. You know, it's, then when you get sick, so difficult. No, no. Society has made such a complex subject. A lot of people cannot handle. No, don't have enough resource. How much suffering is there, and these are just reality in our life that come. So, and then finally, when die, we leave everything behind. That time, your body cannot help. Which at that time, the body cannot help. We collected a lot of wealth. At that time, nothing helps. No, you have to leave everything behind. Oh, we are family, our friends, relatives. We cherish them so much, but at that time they cannot help us. We cannot help them. We leave them everything behind, like the rest of the world. No? So just reflect on and it's relative, the families. Ask you, please don't leave. Stay with us. And how pain you are and no freedom you have. I'm not saying all these are bad things, but they are reality. The purpose is here to practice dharma. That's the point. No, in the ocean of samsara with no bottom or shore. So the ocean of samsara, there's no bottom. It's bottomless. There's no shore. Endless. No. So desiring happiness, but craving the cause of suffering. We desire for happiness, but we're craving the cause of suffering. And we run after that so much blindly because of our mental afflictions, attachment. All this, you see, it's just we think it's real something without realizing they are artificial, they are obscuration, they are fabrication. No? So you see, it's not just one country's system. It's not just some other culture. It's a whole world. Doesn't matter what religion you believe, Buddhist, Christianity, Hinduism, whatever you believe, everybody go through this. So meditate, open your heart. So what we do is say, oh, how weary are the sentient beings who have no protector. We have no real protector. In the world, you see, you go to all the sophisticated university and government, they will, at the end, they can show you how to free from all the suffering. They can help you if there's no food. No, they can help you to have some clothes, but they cannot help you how to develop your mental quality. No, how to get rid of the cause of those suffering. See, so the meaning, the purpose of this is not just expressing suffering of those all things, but understanding of those things, what we can do to get out of this, how do we say, cycle, this saga of the vicious saga of the samsara. to achieve complete enlightenment, Buddhahood. So this first, it's very important to understand these things. People say, yes, I know this suffering, but give me on all this, We don't want to look at it because it's so painful. It's very important to focus on this. You see, we all have on our experience, our parents, our grandparents, our brothers, sisters, husband, wife. When you are getting old, how much suffering we are going through, how much struggle we are facing. Look at these things, and we practice Dharma. As long as we have the, mind, body, we have to pay attention, meditate, reflect. Oh, yes, this kind of suffering is there. That's why when Buddha taught the Four Noble Truths, first time, he said, you should know the suffering. No. Our purpose of Dhamma study is not just a belief system. It's not a culture. Sometimes we take in the world your religion. It's because we don't have enough roots, don't have enough critical insight to see. So it's those who are in, there are not many. It's very important we take very seriously, meditate. It's not something like I like you or not like you. This I like, this I don't like. It's not that. It's the reality nature. It's empirical how everything functions, causes and conditions, So when you study more, then you get, because it's the mind, your mind. The imagine complex. It's bottomless. Mind is no any end, one after another, complex. Say today you like something, and tomorrow you may not like it. Why? Today you like it, and tomorrow you don't like it, because your mind is changing. You have a best friend today. Oh, I like you so much. I love you so much. I die for you. Then something after some time things changing. Then sometimes said, I will kill you. Same person. But the mind is so complex. Look at your mind. Why one day you like so much, other day you don't like so much. Why? This is the complexity of the mind. This is the training of the mind. You have to train the mind. Make your mind more flexible. This are habituated in the wrong place. You need to change it. That's the practice. It's not that how much you get the information. You go there, get one information, go there, get information. Oh, that's very good. I like that talk, I like that teacher's talk. It's so beautiful. And it peels my mind, And if you don't practice, what's the benefit? No. So you have to bring into your heart and put into practice. Practice means you just digest, get the benefit. And then it will say it's worthwhile. That's what it's called. You are so fortunate to have this precious human life. Human life, you get all this opportunity, leisure, endowments, and there's a faith. trusting faith, longing faith, clear faith, like this, mental qualities, physical qualities. When you have this come together, you're so fortunate. So that's about that suffering of lower realms and suffering of the human beings and God realm. And further, there are a lot of books you can read if you have time, like Jewel Ornament of Liberation, so forth. And then causality is called karma. In the way back 20 years, 30 years, 40 years, 50 years, say karma. So Buddhists believe karma, it's something like belief system. When you believe there's a karma, or if you don't believe, there's no karma. So this is something like belief system. It's like a culture. But now the people more and more understanding is karma is real. Which goes wrong, comes wrong. What you do, you are the responsible. So that's also explaining about the karma. Karma is action. It's a Sanskrit word. It's action. Whatever action you act, then that becomes a cause for the result. What you a cause for peace and happiness. Non-virtue is non-virtue. It's for the cause of suffering. Even you wear the robes, shave the head, but if it's non-virtue, it's non-virtue. It's cause of suffering. Okay. There's nothing special being wearing robe. Sometimes it becomes your ego attachment. So you have to rely on the causality. There are some simple practitioners. They are very careful about the cause, what kind of cause they are creating. That's called mindfulness. No, it's such a mindfulness. You know that you are mindful of the cause creating. When there comes the karma, even Buddha cannot do, because the Buddha taught according to the cause. Don't do this because it will bring suffering. Do this because the cause was peace and happiness. And we're so grateful about that. Because we have every freedom, every choice we have. We have total choice we have. No. And we are the responsible. There's no one to blame outside of us. I cannot say I'm suffering because of you. No. Of course, there's a lot of causes and conditions. Sometimes becomes kind of condition. But if we don't have a cause, nobody can just do anything for you. No. Even demons, ghosts to you. If you have no karma, they cannot do anything. To you, if you don't have cause, then they have no any ability to harm you. But if you have the cause, then no matter you deny, I don't have a cause. No, I didn't do this, what you are talking about. But if you have the cause, you get the result. So this is very serious, the causality. So none of us has prevent the result of preceding causes and conditions. When something is going on, that the cause is already created, nobody can change it because you have created the cause. Even at the time of Buddha, Buddha's disciple, highly accomplished, but when they have some cause to experience suffering, they go through. And the rest of the other monks, they are so discouraged. This great practitioner, Buddha's disciple, highly accomplished, going through this, what happened? Buddha, you cannot do anything. Then Buddha says, this is a karma. Then Buddha explains this karma that created, at this time, at that place, is now going through this. And then everybody is inspired. Oh, what really role of the karma? It's not a Buddhist belief. It's the reality. Oh. You say the world is going so bad because we created. We individually have contributed. Oh. If I'm the part of that, I have contributed the cause to experience that. So that's why we have to be mindful about the karma cause. They roughly call that 10 virtues, 10 non-virtues. So it's not just Buddha made there's some important list so that we can pay attention. But there's further more. So studying Buddha's teaching is to finding the fact of the reality, how things are constituted. So we meditate on this. Be mindful of the causality. Be mindful of the suffering of samsara. So what I can do. It's not enough just collecting a lot of information and not practicing. Only just talking about it. That's just solve the problem. So that's why there's called 3 wisdoms. Wisdom of the hearing, your study, hear, get all these teachings, and then contemplate. Second, you investigate yourself. You have to understand yourself, get to know it, get the conviction. Once you have that conviction, the wisdom, understanding, then put into practice. Wisdom of contemplation, wisdom of the practice. So these 3 wisdoms are laid out. It's the last one is like you're eating, and getting the digestion. You digest what you have studied, you understood. If you don't practice, your mind is same as first you started the Dharma. So first in your lives you say, oh, Dharma is so good, I like the Dharma so much, I want to become this, that. Then after that you study, you read books, you meet people, go around here, there, collect all the information, but not practicing. After 10, 20 years, still same, nothing changed. You have a lot of information. This, that, all this. After 50 years, nothing's changed because you have not practiced. So you just be mindful. So mindfulness is called the highway, of the Buddhas of the 3 times. All the Buddhas achieved Buddhahood because of the mindfulness. and wisdom of understanding causality. See? Nowadays, this 21st century is very important. I think it's very critical. You know, now it's very clear all this. People are educated. Everything is created by the mind. Nowadays we call AI. It's a big deal, isn't it? Oh, there's some people are so much afraid will be manipulated, will do these things, something will, people will have no job, all these things. They're talking so much about these things. But AI, who created AI? Your mind, no? It's the mental product. Everything, the modern technologies, science, all this directly or indirectly is product of the mind. As I mentioned, the mind is there's no end. Now, more will come up. But you understand it's mind, your mental product. And make your mind friend with yourself instead of enemy. If we make our mind as enemy, then we just suffer. If you make your mind as your friend, all the happiness is just there. Also, so it's causes and conditions. They are infallible for us all. Furthermore, there is movement cycle causality that arises of variegated, no, instant causality. As just I mentioned, one moment you have a sense of compassion, there's a peace. In 1 second, when there's a loving kindness, there's a peace. In 1 second, there's anger, hatred, there's a suffering. Everything is so momentary. So that's why we have every opportunity to change, to do things right. We can change moment to moment. For this, it requires the mindfulness. Mindfulness is so crucial for these practices. Oh, it's mentioned here, infallible. Fire is hot, it's infallible. Fire cannot become ice. That's why I say infallible, Ice is ice, cold. It cannot become a fire. It's in relation to, like, with this example, karma in the mind. All the mental afflictions are cause of suffering. It's infallible. All the mental altruistic thoughts, love, compassion, so forth, bodhicitta, otherwise is infallible. Samsara Nirvana as the self-expression of virtue and non-virtue, you see. Samsara is expression of the non-virtue. The non-virtues which we have created through the mental affliction. Then, through that, it expresses this confusion, suffering. And the nirvana is expression of the virtue, wisdom, compassion. through the wisdom, you understand all the causalities. And to comprehend that virtue, and through the compassion, we avoid the non-virtue and adopt the virtuous action physically, mentally, and that is the expression of that is the cause for peace and happiness and towards the enlightenment as well. No? Okay. Next uh, uh, verse in the causality. In the absence of cause, the result is total fall. If there's no any cause, no inner result will manifest. Total has no hair, no hair. Total has no hair. It's like that. Total has hair. If there's no cause, if I have any, if I don't have any cause for peace and happiness, no matter I try, there will be no peace and happiness because I have no cause. Likewise, if I have no any cause to suffer, no matter what, there will be no suffering. If you have no plant poison in the ground, you don't have to worry. There will be a poison. No. If you have planted medicine, then the medicine will grow. That is infallible. Very easy to understand. See? All possible happiness and suffering arise from virtuous and non-virtuous cause and the conditions. Causes and conditions are those two things. Like say, when you plant a corn on the field, the corn seed is the cause. You plant in the ground, in your farm. Now to grow it, we need water, fertilizer. Put first, the seed is there, is a cause, and then the water and moisture and whatever all the cause is a condition called condition. So everything is causes conditions there you need, That's called interdependent causes and conditions. Everything is constituted within the causality. That's what's called that. So that's for this purpose we pay attention, meditate, be mindful, and everything constitutes in the causes condition. All when you talk about the suffering, it's also causes condition. When you talk about the impermanence, still causes condition. When you talk about the suffering, happiness, it's still also causes and conditions, you see. And the mindfulness is required there, see. This is the mode of abiding of all phenomena. So this is a mode of abiding. Reality nature saying. It's not related to the belief system. It's how everything constitutes. For this, we need the wisdom, critical insight. See, the critical insight will later come. Mindfulness, calm abiding, and special insight. Through that, you have the special insight, and the insight will penetrate. Intelligent one pay close attention to causality. So intelligent one, smart, uh, for your own benefit. What is the cause for peace and happiness? Adopt this. For your own benefit, look at the cause for the suffering and avoid the cause of the suffering for your own benefit. And then for others as well. So first, these are the foundation where we need to study, practice the Dharma. Then when you understood well, in the Samsara, there's no ultimate peace and happiness. No matter how much you take refuge to rich people, highly educated people. There's no real refuge. Then here comes the refuge. You see, to cut off confusion, take refuge from the bottom of your heart in the perfect Buddha. So, Buddha is mentioned. Buddha is not just a statue, painting. Buddha means fully awakened from the confusion. All the cause of confusions are totally taken care of. And then hold the wisdom, knowing all the causality of the universe, totally just open, blossom. Nothing is hidden. That's called Buddha. Buddha is a Sanskrit, Buddha means fully awakened. See? So that's why we take refuge in Buddha. Not as a belief system, not as a culture, but reality, but from the point of reality nature. I want to free from samsara. I want to achieve complete perfection of the peace and happiness. Refuge in Buddha. It's not enough just only take Buddha, one who knows directly and perfectly all the dharmas, see, gross and subtle hidden, all the dharma, Buddha's wisdom, the Buddha taught. The first at the surface gross, and then more subtle and hidden. Oh, good Dharma study, practice, meditation. See. In the sublime Dharma of scripture and scripture realization, see, there's Dharma study, practice Dharma. See, scripture and realization. Scripture means you study, like there's called, I'm sure you know, Vinaya, Abhidharma, was called study from these texts, ultimately on the teaching, receiving teachings. Then, after you receive all these teachings, you realize, means get the benefit. As I mentioned, if we don't practice, we don't get the benefit. You have this, the proper moral ethics, avoiding all the non-virtues, and collecting, abiding on all the virtues, what's called discipline. And then after that comes the samadhi, meditative concentration. And from the concentration, you get this special insight. So this is called retraining. It's called dharma. It's the dharma of the realization, And in the Sangha of the Aryas, noble scholars, the noble Sanghas, practitioners, very sincere practitioners, who has such a uh, confidence in the Dharma. It's called um, unflinching devotion to the Dharma practice. It's called the Sangha of Aryas. This is the relative state of the taken refuge, the Buddha Dharma Sangha. Then when one is more developed in the mind, there's called Dharmakaya, co-emergent Luma state. It's ultimate, like Mahamudra. The Buddha, the ultimate Buddha is a Buddha Dharmakaya. Dharmakaya is not something there, no physically, but it's your ability of your mind. Your mind co-emergent. When you have such a strong meditation yourself, you have your mind as in the Dharmakaya. It's co-emergent, all the thought rises within in the emptiness. They manifest within the emptiness and dissolve into emptiness. See, co-emergent is monastic. Sublime Dharma, there's a Buddha. It's a Buddha Dharmakaya is co-emergent monastic. Then Dharma, sublime Dharma, free of production, cessation, and liberation. But that Dharma is all in the one pointed, equipoised. The past is, as mentioned, there's nothing is manifested or you see, there's nothing is product, unborn. And this cessation, free from the cessation, there's nothing to cease to exist. And there's nothing to elaborate. All in one economic nature, that's the Dharma, ultimate Dharma. And the Sangha of Aryas, great noble bodhisattvas who are in the bhumis, highly accomplished in their meditation practice, come beyond coming and going. Imparting them all is the ultimate truth. All this in one nature. Oh, this is one's own empty, luminous nature. It is all your mind. So ultimately, Buddha is not outside of you. Your mind is the Buddha. Oh. If we have proper meditation practice, see. First, when we have that all mental afflictions, adventitious obscurations, when our mind is occupied by these delusions, then we need a dualistic, say Buddha, there I take refuge, Buddha outside, Dharma, Sangha. Then we practice this, the gap become closer, closer, closer. At the end, there's no gap. Your mind is the Buddha. Then means you are free from all the suffering. No, your mind is totally peace and happiness and non-returning from that state. Then that's why we take refuge in the Buddha Dhamma Sangha. In the samsara, no matter how much you take refuge, you cannot achieve that state. As I mentioned, you take refuge, your best friend. Oh, as I mentioned, oh, you take refuge, anybody, or even wealth, or place. I want to go to that place, and that place is such a serenity, but still you're not free from suffering. So only you have to practice your own mind. That's what I mentioned. The mind is profound. It's consciousness. is not a matter. Some people think brain is the mind. Oh, for the time being, it's okay. I won't say it's bad, it's good, but not ultimately. Mind is more than brain. Brain is a piece of flesh. Flesh is a matter. See. Okay. Then after this, taking refuge, then we need a good teacher. The saying now here. Compassionate hands. The teacher's compassionate hand holds a hook of loving kindness. A face of bodhicitta emblazoned with the measure and manner marks. This is a metaphor. When you study poem, it's called simile, metaphor. Have you heard of this? It's a metaphor. The teacher's the teacher who has bodhicitta and who has loving kindness, compassion. Okay. So here this the metaphor is the compassionate hands, holding the hook of loving kindness. The face of bodhicitta metaphor, emblazoned with the measure and manner marks. Mature from energetic engagement with scripture and realizations. The teacher is totally measurement, fully well established understanding of all this earlier mentioned, all the Buddha taught, three baskets. The teacher have all this good understanding of those teachings. And then after that, you see realization. See, it's called engagement, scripture, and realization. You see, realization have the three trainings. See, skill in means the teacher, since because of the teacher has the bodhicitta, then loving kindness, compassion. See, then has a skill in means in helping others. So that means respectfully adhere to this kind of spiritual master. Then you should respect. So interdependent. So teachers should have all the excellent qualities, what necessary. Now, disciples should have a respect to the teacher. Means without respect, you can't get the benefit. Without your acknowledging the teacher has all the good qualities, you're always competing, challenging, you don't get anything. Your mind is always dry. Because your ego is not satisfied. Your arrogance is not satisfied. Because you're not acknowledging the qualities the teacher has. You never get benefit. You remain the same as many years. See, so the teacher. So there is all details in the jewel ornament of liberation, and many other texts mention those details. What are the qualities that teachers needed, and what is responsible to disciples to adhere, to attend the teacher? Then the three trainings here, which I mentioned before, in a wide field of renunciation. Say, wide field of renunciation. Here, renunciation, you see, very important to understand. Sometimes we renounce, so this or renounce. So, like not eating food, not wearing clothes, wandering here, there in the street, So he or she is renounced. It's not that. It's in a wide field of renunciation. Clear away the rocks and the weeds of non-virtue, you see. So you renounce all the non-virtue, which are the direct cause of suffering, or the direct cause of our confliction. This is also a very beautiful metaphor. Do you agree? The rapper songs has a lot of metaphors, if you read. So in a wide field of renunciation, then there is in that the field, all the rocks and weeds of non-virtues are clear out, taken out, Then what? Plant the potent seed of the 10 virtues. So then in that such a soft, gentle soil of the field, you plant the seed of the 10 virtues first, and ripening the fruit of the 3 training, see. And from there, see, will the 3 training, you see, the 3 training of the fruit will manifest. If we don't take away the 10 non-virtues, clarify, then if you don't plant the seed of the 10 virtues, nothing will grow. It's very understandable, So to bring the fruit of the 3 trainings, we need to get rid of the non-virtues. So that's why you need mindfulness, meditation. Meditate, reflect. So, then people will trust you. So here says, the moral conduct is bountiful when desire attachment has been dispelled. The strong attachment, desire. So we need to reduce this. Right at the beginning, we totally cannot get rid of that. But you just see how much suffering we go through when this desire, attachment is known. You get to see there's some people that go through a lot of suffering. They totally destroy themselves and suffer so much, you see. So like when Buddha sees that, Buddha has such a strong compassion. But what to do? Only have to teach. Just reduce this. Don't destroy yourself. Come out of this delusion. That much Buddha can do. Help. But as I mentioned, we individually have the responsibility. So desire, attachment has been dispelled. When if you need moral conduct is bountiful. To have a bountiful moral conduct, we need this. Samadhi is happy body mind after one is free of anger. And the anger is taken care of. Then our body and mind are happy, peaceful. When our mind is totally disturbed by the anger, no rage, hatred, then the mind is totally disturbed. And then you have no any doubt or hesitate to destroy others' life. But when you have, see, when your samadhi is, when the anger is not there, you dare not destroy others' life. No, you always smile to others. See, so this when this mind is not disturbed by anger, there's good samadhi. Says, samadhi is happy body mind after one is free of the anger. Insight wisdom arises when delusion has been defeated. You see, when the delusion, when all obsessed our mind by the delusion, there's no special insight. Mind is not clear because our clear mind is occupied by this delusion. So that's why we need time to sit, reflect, be mindful. Mindful all the way to Buddhahood. See. So inside wisdom arises, see, when delusion has been defeated. Ignorance, basically, Cherish the three training, the foundation of congruous teaching. So we should cherish this three training. Three training is the highway to Buddhahood. Not only to Buddhahood, for our daily lives, peace and happiness. When your conduct is pure, people trust you. Yes, even in the Samsara war, in the politics, you see, there's some political figure, when their conduct is not good, the people say, how we can trust you? They talk about you, see. It's universal. The person who is full, pure conduct, people trust you and people come around. They respect you. There you know you are the reliable person. That's what we call. It's not some religious belief of morality, okay? This here moral ethic is how to avoid the cause of suffering for oneself and others, and keep all these conditions of the peace and happiness within you. Then there your mind is calm, peaceful. It's called samadhi, clear mind. When the mind is clear, then there is a opportunity to develop special insight. Then see things very precisely, empirically. Nothing is something substantial. Everything is interdependent, interconnected. Just look at this and meditate. That's how you can free from samsara. So we're talking here all the path, step by step, You see how important those are. Then next is the bodhicitta. Okay. Just we talked about this loving kindness, compassion, no, but here I'm sure it comes here as well. Cloud of loving kindness suffuse the mind skies. No? So here, not cloudy mind, okay? This cloud is the which caused the rain, So we need such good cloud. That's loving kindness in your pure mind. We need the cloud of loving kindness. So, see, loving kindness suffuse the mind's sky, and their mystery, rain of compassion, you see, falls at just the right time. See. So first we practice loving kindness. Look at every innocent child, a baby barely can talk. When you look at that baby, just you feel so kind of loving to the child. You just want to play. You don't have to know it. So there's such a pure love. See, that's called love. Identify what loving kindness is about. When the child smiles, the baby smiles, and there's such kind of great joy there, you see. So just identify that. That loving kindness, you just expand from that child to all the rest of the people. Because everybody is like their child, they desire peace and happiness. Even your bitter enemy desire for peace and happiness. So you can transcend that thought. So this, my feeling of bitter enemy is temporary, it's conditional, it's not a permanent. If I become the best friend, I will not have that kind of bitter feeling. No. See, what that does is, you see, as soon as you have that thought of loving kindness in your heart, and then there's nothing but only peace. See, so you're peaceful, your mind is so peaceful, and your body feels the peace. So that you have to exercise first, So then you just see everybody is like the same child. Or your mother, your brother, your sister, or your father. First, it's very important to start with that, okay? Not just vaguely all sentient beings, of course you can do, but it just vanishes easily, cannot stay. But if you start with that, a child, as mentioned, who before speaking, look at that, it's so cute, and you feel so loving. You just play, And when child smiles, as mentioned, smiles, you feel so good. You feel childish. There's a lot of joy there. Happiness is there, So that mind just expand to all session, step by step, step by step. Then you practice that with mindfulness anywhere you go, at the airport, in the market, supermarket, in the meeting, in the rock star. There are so many people there dancing, shouting. They want some peace and happiness. For that, they are just doing this, you know. But it's very temporary, you know. Yeah, or something after some time when it doesn't go well, they fight each other, you know. But this is how to practice the mind, how to train your mind. See, you need the mindfulness every day in your life. You see, that if you bring in your mind, establish into your mind, you see, and then you see, you feel the peace. That kind of mind anywhere, only within you, if you practice it. So meditate on this. See, then you do artistic thoughts. Means artistic thought means what it means. See, you just do it freely without expectation. Otherwise, we do a lot of things we do with expectation. If I do this, you should do this for me. No, I'm doing this because I expect, you know, free from expectation. Just do it, do the cultivation freely to help others, especially in Dharma activities. You know. When you have the Dharma activities, then will make law to people who get the benefit. So that's first how to have the cloud of loving kindness within. Okay. Then when the cloud of the loving kindness is there, well established, then you see the rain of compassion will fall down, will rain down, you know, from the cloud. See, just at the right time. See. Then when you see suffering of others, you cannot accept. Your compassion is so strong. You want to help, you want to do something. See, it's called the rain of compassion falls at just the right time. Then the bodhicitta harvest fills up the storehouse. Then when there's a good cloud and falls the rain on the ground, and then the bodhicitta of the fruit or the harvest. See, it's a beautiful metaphor, isn't it? See, this you need this kind of writing skill. And bodhicitta harvest fills up the storehouse. Then so you harvest all these grains of the bodhicitta. See, then fill the storehouse, dispelling the ignorance, famine of limitless migrators. You see, from this practice of loving kindness, compassion, bodhicitta, dispel the ignorance of, from the ignorance, the famine, you know, of the limitless migrators will help all the sentient beings. So these are the core essence of the Buddha's teaching. See, love and kindness, compassion, bodhicitta. Okay. But to to develop this all the ahead, before mentioned, we have to study, we have to practice. First, we have to practice, we have to understand the impermanence. Then look at the suffering of all sentient beings. How everything constitutes within the framework of the causality. So these are so important for the preparation, okay, to get this, the loving kindness, compassion, bodhicitta into your heart. Okay. Once you develop the bodhicitta, then you have to practice this. To practice this, all the rest are necessary. Okay. No, to perfect your bodhicitta. We can develop bodhicitta now, but it's not perfected. We are inspired. Oh, yes, I want, But then, since we are not perfected, when the condition meets, we lost bodhicitta. Not prepared, not practiced. There's no mindfulness. No? See, so everybody should pay attention on this. Yes, and put into practice. Then you get the benefit. Okay. The next, see, about bodhicitta is mentioned. No matter how much influence, magnificent wealth, renown one has in the world, some individual is so powerful, because of having powerful, you influence so many people, hundreds of thousands of people. And magnificence, great things you have, and you are so rich, and you're so famous in the world. Renowned one has in the world. Know that these are impermanent. These all are impermanent. One day you become so famous, next day, 1 second, you finish. If something goes wrong. Because nowadays the media is so fast, This famous man, this is happened. Now you see what he did. Go to jail, So impermanent, realize. One day he is so rich, billions and billions, Next day something lost, nothing left. Okay. So like that, you see. It's very clear, it's impermanent. So see, impermanent, and fall away quickly, and so without attachment to them. So we, Dharma practitioner, without attachment, this doesn't mean you should not become famous or rich. No, you can become rich. You can become famous. There's nothing wrong with that. Okay. But based on your bodhicitta, then you get benefit. You can help others. See, habituate bodhicitta. Always, this means be mindful about your bodhicitta. Always habituate. Get used to it. Every day, not just one session. You just in the morning, you chant some prayer. Like you like that. And then after session, you lose. You leave all your bodhicitta on your cushion. And you go, which is of benefit to oneself, all others. all deaths from this bodhicitta for yourself and others. To practice bodhicitta, we need loving kindness. To practice bodhicitta, we need compassion. Okay. Without loving kindness, compassion, there's no basis to cultivate bodhicitta. Okay. So this we have to kind of bring in the mind stream, habituate, get used to it, part of your life. Okay. In the samsara, we are part of attachment, anger, hatred, arrogance is part of our life in the samsara. Now, as a practitioner, Dharma practitioner, our life should be part of loving kindness, compassion, wisdom, as a part of our life. Yeah. And all. Next is this a beautiful metaphor? Following the flight path of all the conquerors of the three times. Following the flight path, the aeroplane, it's the aeroplane. All the Buddhas of the three times, conqueror means Buddha. All the Buddhas of the three times, they attain Buddhahood through the flight path of bodhicitta. The jumbo jet of relative and ultimate bodhicitta, you see. The practice the relative and ultimate bodhicitta. The jumbo fly in the sky, from this airport to another airport. So from samsara, we take the jumbo jet flight of bodhicitta, the flight path to the other side of the samsara for the enlightenment is the bodhicitta. Yeah. Soars through the sky on the wings of the true accumulation. Then we have accumulated true merit, true accumulation. The accumulation of merit, accumulation of wings, the two wings of the body, the accumulations. It means perfection. Practice the six paramita, generosity, moral ethics, patience, joyous effort, samadhi, meditative concentration, wisdom, special insight. It's the sixth perfection which perfects the bodhicitta. And through this, all the effort, cause, and condition come together and land smoothly without delay at the Four Kayas airport. You arrived at Four Kayas, airport. Okay, it's good, isn't it? It's a good metaphor. Because we need a lot of this modern technologies metaphor for the bodhicitta, loving kindness, and compassion. In the past, you have a lot of the seven royal kingdoms. There's a lot of those things, eight auspicious signs and all this. But we need now all these modern technologies, make a metaphor for the practice of Dharma. So here, this one that we made. Okay. Before questions, I think we need to go over this. This is going to last quite some time. Plus, then, after cultivating bodhicitta, then we have to exercise the bodhicitta. It's called tonglen, means giving and taking. This practice is very popular. Tonglen practice, giving and receiving. Uh, there are many books written, but there's something special is mentioned here. We have to pay attention to that. No. With a positive attitude of loving kindness and compassion, I give to now prudent sentient beings of the six realms all my happiness, roots of virtue without reservation. Once we have cultivated bodhicitta, practicing bodhicitta, now all the peace and happiness you have without expectation, you give to all the sentient beings. May they have all the peace and happiness. This is your mental exercise, making your mind strong, clear. See, we need mindfulness on this. And this is the cause we're creating for peace and happiness. You don't have to go anywhere, but wherever you are, you practice this. This is called giving, okay? You're giving your love, your loving kindness, compassion to all. And the result from that peace and happiness also you give without attachment. Okay? Then next is called with a natural manner of brave heart mind, I receive into my mind stream every one of the qualities, the abandonment and realization of all the Buddhas and Bodhisattvas of the three times. So this receiving here, something different than others. The other will say, there's some others that say, oh, the suffering delusions breathe into you, It's coming. I'm sure you have heard of that, read that. But here, see, I am receiving all the excellent qualities, the Buddhas, Bodhisattvas into me. With the brave mind, you see, this is very important. Because the first one, my love and compassion, I give to all sentient beings. Means sentient beings are to free from suffering. That is about, to free all the sentient beings, to free from the suffering. I give my love, compassion, and bodhicitta to all. So the sentient beings are free from suffering. Okay. Now what I'm receiving all the Buddha's excellent qualities, wisdom, compassion, all this, the 10 strength, 4 fearlessnesses, 18 unmixed qualities I receive myself with a brave mind so that I can benefit more sentient beings more productively. You haven't heard of this before. See, this is something very precious. Okay? Otherwise, some people, they do. It's of course good, You bring you're breathing all the suffering of sentient beings into you, every day. And then after some time, you're depressed. That some people told me, I am practicing this, and now I have sort of depression. What should I do, It's side effect because we are not ready yet. We are not developed enough on bodhicitta, not enough strong strength, So it comes. So instead of that, to free from that kind of side effect. So this is such a precious. First, bring all the Buddha's wisdom, excellent qualities into you, and you develop enough. And then after some time, you are well established. 8th bhumi, 10th bhumi, then you can take all other suffering because it doesn't affect you. But right as a beginner like myself here, it brings the side effect and suffering, and you are always depressed. Okay, everybody should pay attention to this. And as he has said, in Samsara, from beginner's time through today, the sole cause bringing suffering is always my own. What's that? Self-fixation, self-grasping. Okay. From beginner's time up until now, I suffer in the samsara. What is that root cause is? It's my own self-fixation. See, this is also very important point. This is a fundamental non-knowing, means total ignorance. The total ignorance is the foundation of all the mental afflictions. And all the mental afflictions that we have based on the total ignorance. And then all the mental afflictions rises, the negative karma manifests, and then creating all the cause of suffering. You can see in the world, those who have very strong ego, ignorance, and all the chaos, suffering everywhere. It's very clear. It's not a Buddhist belief. It's not a Buddhist thing. It's universal. So Buddha taught this how to uproot, take care, see. So we should practice this soul happily, without prejudice. We have reason to practice joyfully. I'm so fortunate. See, so I release this right now without a second thought. So this self-fixation is the one that I have to release. It doesn't mean there's no notion of self. I go, I eat. It's there always. Even Buddha, who attained Buddhahood, said, "Is my follower. This is my teaching," just to communicate. In the relative, we have to have the communication, but grasping in the mind brings the suffering. That we have to release. Meditate. More we release this, then there's a more space in the mind, spacious, and you feel so kind of comfortable. You feel so joyful. And they say, I will attain Buddhahood for the benefit of all sentient beings. No. It's called joyous effort. When the self is totally fixated there's no space for feeling of joy or happiness. Because your mind is so narrow and very sensitive. And then we always suffer. See? So first, practice loving kindness as a mission. And then after that follow compassion. And then cultivate bodhicitta, the relative bodhicitta, the absolute bodhicitta, all those you practice. And then this way you release your self-grasping. Instead of yourself, you use to cultivate bodhicitta. I will attain Buddhahood for the benefit of all sentient beings. So release this right now without a second thought. Okay. Don't get fear. Or if I lost eye, what should I do? Where I am. Some people have fear, you see. I can release myself. This grasping the self is saying, notion. Yeah. So meditate this, practice this. So you're so fortunate. Have this wisdom, courage. Yeah. Okay. Knowing that all sentient beings have been my mother. Now, generally is talking about, not everybody. Generally, we have strong connection with our mother. This is not a related culture. Everywhere, even animal, you see, the birds, they hatch the eggs, and chicken, raise the chicken. How much the mother work hard to raise the chicken. And small insect, also look at their offspring, how much they take care and develop. See, so this way we are becoming countless lifetimes up until now. So all sentient beings have been our mother. Not only human, even animals. How much the mother take care, her offspring, her child. See, my mother, I recall their kindness, so I recall their kindness. Wish to repay their kindness and connect them with the love, you see. First acknowledge all sentient beings have been your mother. And then once they have been your mother, recall their kindness. Raise your body, help, take care of the health. And the child. Oh, so to pay so much to back to this all mother sentient beings. That's what we are saying when you say prayers. Oh, mother sentient beings. No. So first you develop love in your mind, want to help. I generate compassion for them. Then after practicing loving kindness, you generate compassion for them. And then the mindset to attain enlightenment for their sake. The compassion is important to start with that. But that doesn't help to have all the peace and happiness, free from suffering. Now what to do to achieve all the peace and happiness and free from suffering? You have to attain the Buddhahood, enlightenment. See, enlightenment. So mindset to attain enlightenment for their sake. I take all their mind training into the center of my heart, you see. I take all these mind training. I train myself for this. I practice all this. First, as earlier mentioned, how to practice loving kindness. So, so before practice loving kindness, Look at all the sentient beings, your mother sentient being, meditate. How much they have now work hard for you, all whatever done through their kindness. Now, how much sacrifice they went through for you. So then you see how much I owe to them, how much I have to repay their kindness, loving kindness. To train this all and compassion, you train all this. It's called receiving. So, you receive loving kindness, compassion, bodhicitta. So all this mind training into the center of my heart. I bring into my heart exercise. You don't have to go outside somewhere, but stay in your room, in your place, on your cushion, and practice this. Always practice this. Be mindful. It's also causality. Causality for your freedom of samsara. And then next, without clinging or attachment, I give my entire bounty of resource and root of virtue to these kind mothers. So I'm looking at the first, I obtain this way. Then I give all my resource in your meditation, all the virtues that I have. See, without attachment, clinging, give my entire bounty of resources and root of virtue to these kind mother. In your mind, just sending, giving, The great practitioner who in the retreat, for themselves, they don't have anything. But they practice this in the meditation. All the virtues that I have, I give them for their peace and happiness, to free them from suffering. Mothers. And in an authentic manner, like the illusion, like a mirage, without attachment, it's all just manifestation. Illusory nature, everything constitutes within the illusory nature. So because that, there's nothing to grasp, there's nothing to hold on. So meditate, make your mind, brave mind, open your heart, so that you try to benefit as many as possible. Because one day we die, when we die, we have left everything behind. So it's enough to have something to eat and wear clothes. The rest you just dedicate for all other sentient beings' benefit. And that will give you, or give us, great joy. So be a service of all sentient beings. That's the best service you can do. And all the others will appreciate your act, your dedication. That's you receive the kind of all your joy and peace from this. You feel such a great joy. So I could do something. I could help something. And this will make the Buddha real happy. Buddha will be not happy if you make a lot of flowers offering, incense, your whole place burn incense and make a lot of flowers. And Buddha think you are crazy. Instead, if you practice these things, that will make Buddha real happy. That's the purpose Buddha came on the planet to give, to practice of love, compassion, bodhicitta, to free all from suffering. You know, so that you just see as an illusory nature, like a mirage. It's practicing, progressing. You have emptiness. Emptiness is a form. Before you realizing emptiness, first you start as an impermanent. Then you start as an illusory nature. Then you start as a mirage, okay? Step by step, go through that. And attack on all their karma, afflictions, and suffering. Then you see, what you see as a mirage, illusory nature, just a manifestation, just moon's reflection in the lake. When you have that kind of understanding, experience, special realization, then you can take all the karmas of the sentient beings into you. You see, because you have enough ability to digest that. Before, as a very ordinary being, you cannot take suffering of others into you. As I mentioned, you are depressed, Now we'll finish just one verse. Negative conditions are spiritual teachers, you see. Negative conditions are spiritual teachers. That we have to be mindful about that. Whatever negative things happen, conditions, is a teacher. Teaches us, reminding Dharma practice. Yeah. It's not don't take as a negative, but say, this is my teacher, teaching me something, I have to understand this. Spirits and demons are emanation of congruence. There are sometimes you say in the house there's a spirit, there are demons coming in my house, That time you see their nature is emptiness. Then their nature is no different from the Buddha. No? Because they have the Buddha nature, but their nature is emptiness. So they are the emanation of the Buddha. Sickness is a broom sweeping away defilements and obscuration. When you're sick, you feel so desperate what to do. What doctor should I have? Or take the medicine. But meanwhile, when you're sick, this is the way I'm cleansing my negative karma. My defilement. This is helping me to release how much attachment I have now. I see. So I have to release the attachment. This is the purification. I'm purifying. See, it's very important, this practice. Meditate on that, you see. Okay. Then you see, all suffering are dharmata waves. All different suffering, their nature is earlier mentioned, is like a mirage. It's like a illusory nature. It's like a ripple in the lake. They come and go. And especially all the suffering that I'm facing, going through, is a result of my negative karma. So I'm purifying a lot. I'm so grateful. Well, I have the Dharma in my life. I can practice. I'm so fortunate. So taking all things are positive, you see here. See, at the end, you see, you can understand it's not negative, Transforming all into the positive. That's called joyous effort, meditating. Okay, so today we can stop this, and then next Sunday. How you like? Good, everyone. Yes.
Double question. The first first question is recently, my roommate's cat died.
Died.
Died. Just
Oh.
died. They put her down, so she died by injection.
Okay. Our choice.
The owner's choice, not my choice.
Not your choice.
No, no.
Oh, okay.
It's not my cat.
Oh, okay. Okay.
And from the beginning, I knew that she's not my cat. And I really try not to attach to her and not allow her to stay in my room or my bed or anything. I don't hug her. I don't want to attach to really feeling on my arm and those kind of things. But I let her out if she wants to go out. I let her eat my food. She likes salmon, so she can have my salmon and everything. But when she died, I was so sad inside me. Everywhere I see her,
You were sad.
I was sad. And I don't understand. That's attachment, isn't it? I thought I tried to be kind, loving kindness to her, but I still have that attachment to me.
Yeah, okay.
So what is the difference between loving and attachment? Because I know a lot of mothers really love their children, but they control them like grip and really, really attached to them. So what is, we say that all mother sentient beings, all the mother sentient beings, not necessary to be kind to their children. They interfere and everything. So I really don't understand the love of kindness, attachment. What is the difference?
So now you see when you practice Dharma, now you understand what is attachment and what really loving kindness. So when you practice Dharma, you release the attachment, okay, and practice the pure love and compassion.
But I still sad. How can I release the attachment?
Illusory nature, manifestation. There's nothing to attach, grasping. We are suffering within the illusion, okay?
So I still suffer, but
Yes.
it's an illusion.
Yes, illusion. Yeah, you are suffering illusory. So it needs some work, okay?
You said we imagine all the good quality, wisdom and everything of the Buddha to me.
Yes.
Inside me. But it's really abstract. Buddha's quality and everything. I don't see Buddha. I don't touch Buddha. I don't. So how do I make it concrete, not just a idea? Oh, the Buddha is so great, so wisdom. So how can you make it really like real, not concept?
Yeah, you make it real as interdependent. Yeah, interdependent. Everything is constituted within the interdependent. When you know everything is interdependent, then you're close to know Buddha. Okay. Yes, very abstract subject. That's why you should understand. I have a lot of work to do. Not yet there. I think I'm something, but not. It's still I'm far to go.
Okay.
Good. Okay.
Thank you very much for coming to speak with us. I work at the hospital, and I've worked with many young children who get sick and die slowly, painfully, in agonizing fashion. How does one explain that, and how is that possible within a Buddhist conception of karma and causality? Because they haven't existed long enough to act in a lot of immoral ways. So it's kind of hard to find some meaning in that.
Karma is, first of all, is very vast, okay? Karma there's some karma moment to moment. Some karma takes time, like say farmer. When the farmer they plant the seed, then it takes many months to grow, and then in the fall they harvest. So that kind of see. And this karma takes like a year, or some karma takes a few lifetimes, and some karma takes 100 lifetimes. See, so karma is a very vast subject. So we have to understand that kind of framework of how karma is. Okay. As you mentioned, the child, how that child made that karma to suffer. Maybe they have not made karma this moment, but maybe some other time.
I suspected that.
That is, yes.
Last question, I'll be.
Okay.
How do Buddhists characterize the relationship between the mind and the brain, the body?
The relationship between mind and brain, just too easy to understand. Maybe not 100% right, but I just say this, brain, we have a brain and heart too. Heart is as important as a brain, but heart is a one piece of flesh, not so many things there, so they don't pay attention so much. But brain has a lot of nerve systems, so they explain more at the brain. But heart is so important, you see. When something goes wrong, you get a heart attack, not brain attack. Okay, it shows how heart is so important. See, when you say I love you, it brings the heart. See, generally, it shows how important. Compassion comes from the heart. When the mind comes down to the heart, mind is more relaxed. You see, and bring it down more relaxed. When the mind goes up in the brain, it's so busy, cannot rest. See, so what I say is the brain is the office for the mind, and the heart is home for the mind. Just simple, Not necessarily it's right exactly, See, when the mind comes down, then see the heart is relaxed. No so strong palpitation. So mind is a consciousness. Brain is not a consciousness. See. So as I mentioned, brain is a matter. It's a not piece of, it's a matter. You can see, you can touch. Mind you cannot see, you cannot touch. It's like air. But they're trying to find out through the technology, machine, See, so this idea of AI is basically they're trying to bring the mind put in the robot, they try to cannot. Robot is a matter. You need so many causes conditions. If one is missing, No, cannot do it. Through the four elements, if one element is not there, three is not enough. Make sense?
Yes.
So mind, to understand the mind, you need these three training. Training of the moral ethics, samadhi, special insight. Not through the machine. Okay.
Yes, I agree with you.
You agree?
Yes,
Yeah.
People I work with.
Yeah, a lot of people know. So some people they do the experiment, with the brain, a lot of machine put together,
I'm one of those people.
Yeah, those something. They can tell you something because Mr. Mind, especially is office for the mind, They can tell you something, but not exactly what the mind is. They cannot show the mind in the machine. Okay.
I don't think the mind is an animal.
Yeah.
So thank you.
Very good,
Excellent answer.
Yeah. You want to say, yeah.
Thank you for your teachings today. I have a follow-up question to the
Okay.
former about going moment to moment with karma or seasonal karma or lifetime karma, generational karma.
Yeah.
Is karma trapped in our idea of time itself?
Karma idea, what? Self?
Does karma
Yes.
trap itself
Trapped.
in the very idea of time?
Idea.
What's the relationship of the concept of time to enlightenment?
Concept of
Enlightenment. The
enlightenment.
concept of enlightenment.
Yeah.
There's no concept of time in enlightenment, is there? Time disappears or vanishes.
There's nothing to disappear.
Okay.
Okay.
It's nothing to disappear.
There's nothing disappear.
So it's not that karma disappears.
Yeah, karma is not. Yeah, no. Karma is the product of product of the mind.
Of the human mind.
Yeah, human or animal, anybody. Not only human beings, animals, insects, all that they have a mind. So through their mind, they create karma. Like we create karma every minute. So much. We don't realize how much karma we're creating. So that's why, as mentioned, need mindfulness.
To make sure that you're creating good karma.
Yeah, you make sure we are creating good karma. And the best thing is don't create karma. But it's very difficult.
What is the state of not creating karma?
You need such a great karma abiding meditation. Karma abiding. Calm. Samadhi, You need such, another word, samadhi. Equipoise. When your mind is totally calm, peaceful, then not creating karma. But that for us is not possible.
But don't the greatest teachers say, yes, it is possible?
Yes, as I mentioned, it's possible when your mind is so calm. No grasping, not fixated, you're calm, then you don't create karma.
Really quickly, how do you differentiate love from happiness?
Love brings the peace in the mind. Okay. And happiness is the flavor. When you're peaceful, when your mind's calm and peaceful, then you feel the happiness. You feel light, Okay, very good. Thank you, everybody. Now we will finish here. We say I don't know if you have the text to this, if you have the text, and we do this dedication prayer. So today, all these things, whatever you have learned, you understood, and then out of your love, compassion, bodhicitta for all sentient beings, we dedicate to achieve enlightenment for the benefit of all sentient beings. Okay? So for this, we say this dedication prayer. Glorious, holy, venerable, precious, kind, root and lineage lamas, divine assemblies of Yidams and assemblies of Buddhas, Bodhisattvas, yogins, yoginis, and dakinis, dwelling at the 10 directions, please hear my prayer. May the virtues collected in the 3 times by myself and all sentient beings in the Samsara and Nirvana, and the innate root of virtue, not result in 8 worldly concerns, the 4 causes of samsara, or rebirth as a Sharavaka or Partika Buddha. May all mother sentient beings, especially those enemies who hate me and mine, oxygen who harm misleading maras and the hordes of demons, experience happiness, be separated from suffering, and swiftly attain unsurpassed, perfect, complete, and precious Buddhahood. By the power of this vast root of virtue, may I benefit all beings through my body, speech, and mind. May the afflictions of desire, hatred, ignorance, arrogance, and jealousy not arise in my mind. May attachment to fame, reputation, wealth, honor, and concern for this life not arise for even a moment. May my mind stream be moistened by loving kindness, compassion, and bodhicitta. And through that, may I become a spiritual master with good qualities equal to the infinite of space. May I gain supreme attainable Mahamudra in this very life. May the torment of suffering not arise even at the time of my death. May I not die with the negative thoughts. May I not die with the confused by wrong view. May I not experience an untimely death. May I die joyfully and happily in the great luminosity of mind as such, and pervading clarity of Dharmata. May I, in any case, gain supreme attainment of Mahamudra at the time of death or in the bardo. Okay, thank you everybody for your participation. Enjoy your life in the Dharma, okay? Thank you.